So today we're going to be removing the transmission, the pan off of it, putting new gasket on it. It's got a cork gasket on there now. You can kind of see it's kind of wet and falling apart, crumbling and stuff around the edges. So it definitely needs to be changed. I'm probably going to try to change this. There's a little O-ring on the shifter shaft too. I'll see if I can get a new one put in there. But my main concern is getting this transmission pan changed, the gasket on it. So there's 13 bolts holding it on there, so I'll go ahead and start taking them out. And yeah, for the most part, they're not really tight. I think that gasket kind of shrinks over time and it makes the bolts loosen up, and sometimes that's the reason it starts leaking. Yeah, I was hoping it would just leak out of one corner. Okay, now I can take these last two bolts out, or three bolts out. Kind of odd. Never had one loose like that before. The bolt was tight, but the filter was loose. It's kind of weird. Usually they're held up there tight. Actually looks really clean up in there. Modular valve looks good. I don't understand that. It's got a shoulder on it. Why it would let that sit there and flop around in there? That doesn't make sense. I want to take this shield off too while I got this far, because I want to check the starter. It just, something doesn't sound right about that starter. It almost sounds like it's not shimmed correctly. Kind of grinds a little bit. So I don't know if the starter's going bad or maybe it just needs to be shimmed better. Okay, so we got the new filter and the new gasket for the transmission. I took a little bit of oil off the bottom of the valve body here and put on this rubber grommet that goes up on this tube here, and picks up the oil through this hole, takes it through the filter, and then takes it up into the transmission. So it just slips up on that piece there, and then it's got this one bolt. That's all that holds it in place. Okay. Now, this is the pan after it's cleaned up. I put some gasket cinch on the pan itself and on the gasket to hold it in place. It's got a rubber gasket. So that's just gonna hold it in place while I start a couple bolts in it. And then we'll get all the bolts put in. And then, I gotta move that all the way. And then we can come back and torque the bolts in place. And because of the shape of the pan, it'll only go on one way. Okay. And there's 3 different length bolts on this pan. The majority of the bolts will look like this. They've got a flange built into them. They're not real long. There's another set like this. It's just got a regular hex head on it with a washer. And there's 2 different lengths. You can see there's 2 different lengths there. The longer ones go with this bracket here because you can see the spacers on it. So it's got to go up through that bracket and through the pan into the transmission. The shorter ones go into this bracket, which is a lot thinner than this one, so these are shorter. So just make sure when you're putting the bolts back in, you put them in the right location so everything tightens down properly. Oh, dropping bolts. Okay, so now I'm gonna go look up the torque spec on that. I'll be right back. Okay, so the book says 10 to 13 foot-pounds. So I'm gonna start out at 10 pounds and work my way up to 13. And I'm just gonna do it in a circular motion, kind of like you do the head bolts, starting with these middle 2 bolts. So. Okay, and there you have it. There's some other things I gotta do underneath the car here yet before I put it back down on the ground. When I do, then I'll add fluid back into there. Start up and run it, top it off, and then check and make sure I don't have any leaks. That wraps up this video. I've got a few more things I gotta do on the car. Those videos will be coming up, so I appreciate you guys watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you on the next video.